Hey, my name's Ryan Lowe. This is City Lights here on Novus TV. Now, the French art of movement, known as parkour, is hitting it big thanks to showing up in some of Hollywood's biggest films. Now there's a guy here in Vancouver that's going to turn this into his own playground. We're going to find out all about it. Let's go check it out.
Parkour, the way it started was as a discipline. It was inspired basically by martial arts, gymnastics, and things like that, in a sense that those things a lot of people do for competition, but the original people that started parkour were always pushed to use it as something that they can use not only for themselves for competition, but also as part of their life to help others, that kind of thing. Parkour started probably the late 80s. Started in France. There was a young man named David Bell, and his father was a French soldier. And his father always pushed him like very, very hardcore, very old school to take all the different trainings he did and to make into something useful. So David, with his friends, basically a group called the Yamakasi, they started games and playing, and eventually this play kind of developed into more things. He always had his father pushing him, no, you can do better, you can do better, you can do better. So eventually they put a name to something that's been around for a long time. I mean, parkour, just running, jumping, climbing, crawling, all of that has been around since since beginning of mankind, right? But there's never been a focus so much on that training as there is now. So they kind of took that just art of movement and put a name to it, right? And that's parkour.
For warm-up, it's we really encourage very little explanation, unless I see someone doing something really wrong, really anatomically correct or dangerous to themselves, then I might jump in and correct. But most of this stuff is, okay, I say climb sideways, up. People are gonna use their own technique to find the way. Same with jumping, 2 at a time, 1 at a time, jumps 2 feet at a time, up, down. Very simple, push up, very simple. 1 leg down, very simple. So it doesn't require a lot of explanation. We're trying to get people just to think for themselves a lot in this. Prepare them for the next, some people are new today, right, so yourself, so prepare them for the next part where they're really gonna have to think for themselves, right? And again, like I'll come in, I see someone struggling, I'll offer some advice and then here and there. Today I'm jumping in, doing everything with them. Sometimes I take breaks and I walk around, but it's good how it is. It's pretty simple. So
Just as simple as these guys jumping up on the wall, from crouching down to climbing up. It's like doing a pull-up. The guy's pulling up and then pushing up. So I've got a question. Why do you do this to yourself once a week?
It's a good workout. Plus, parkour is really fun.
I think that's 99, 100.
Good exercise, that's the main thing. Like, it's really good on some exercise, you just work something, but parkour, you have to work everything, like mainly your core and everything.
Well, I first heard about parkour over the radio, and Alex was giving classes, so I signed up for that. And I did a session with him there, and then he goes to the same school that I do, and we do it at SFU all the time. So
they're doing this leaping bound jump right now, like cats, landing their 2 hands and flipping over. You see some guys doing it from the bottom step. It's really hard. I've tried it from the 2nd step, and I can still barely make it over the top. It's actually pretty cool as you see them kind of figuring out different ways to go off a different obstacle. You kind of start seeing it yourself on how to jump and go around or go under or go through something. You can kind of understand how these guys are working in their head all the time, figuring out what they can do next. Where do you get your inspiration from for doing certain things?
I think personally for me, it's just come from doing it itself. Like over the years, you just sort of find out a lot about your body. You find out a lot about just like where your strengths are, what you really enjoy doing. It turns out to be like what you're practicing that week seems to be really fun, and you get really good at that. So it's just sort of like, it's all your own personality, you add your own humor to it.
I hope that people come out and try parkour do have fun. But in a sense, there's more to it than that. It is a training. It is a discipline like anything else. Like you would go to martial arts, go to gymnastics. Unlike skateboarding, where you see it's very competitive and you see people trying to outdo each other on each move, and most of the time not even landing half the stuff they're doing and just trying to mimic each other. We don't so much push to do it exactly like I do or do exactly like he does. It's your own way, and you develop on your own that way. You can, if you're living in Vancouver, you can visit pkbc.net. and that will basically give you an outline of sessions you can attend with other people in your area, or even structured classes you can go to.
If you want to find out how to do this, check out their website. It's pkbc.net. For City Lights, I'm Ryan Lowe. This is Novus TV. Thanks for watching.